Hey guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on the Supernatural Show. The show that is not for entertainment purposes only. And today we're going to be, like always, seems to be, doing something a little different. We're basically going to be talking about what y'all guys want to see when it comes to the Supernatural Show platform. Meaning everything to do with the Supernatural Show. So we're going to be dealing with y'all guys in the comments a lot today. But before we get into that and introducing everybody that's here, I've got a short little video or call out to play. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, that is related to what we're trying to do. And there's a person out there that message is for. If you're that person, you know who you are. And we've got, let's see who all we've got here today. We've got Miss Kim, of course, here with us today. We've got Miss Kim says hello. She's, let's see, right over there. Yeah, on in. And we've got Shannon, our Supernatural co-host, with us again today.
Hello.
And we've got Roxy here as well with us.
Hello.
By audio. Hello.
Hello.
She says. And we've got Mike Smith here with us today, our Supernatural moderator. Thank you, Mike, for being here. And I don't know if Super Dave is here yet, but I bet he'll probably.
He said he'd be here shortly.
Super Dave did?
Yeah, in the group text.
Okay. You know, I should have sent the group text thing. I forgot.
We handled it.
Got to get these rhythms down.
We handled it.
We did? Oh, that's good.
The women around you handled it.
I'm glad we handled it instead of me having to handle it. That's easier. So, guys, what we're doing is, as y'all guys know, it's been a continuous thing ever since Shannon and I started this back now 2 years and 1 month ago. Right, Shannon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shannon, when I created the Supernatural Show, or I came up with the Supernatural Show concept, I knew that there was going to be a lot of supernatural things. I could already see them happening around me, but I could tell that there was going to be more, and then more and more. And my name or brand that I went by being Logic Before Authority, it's more of a conspiratorial kind of concept and conversation brand, right? So I knew I kind of needed to do something different, but yet keep Logic Before Authority as a brand as well also. And so I came up with the Supernatural, and luckily the .show was available, the Supernatural.Show. And literally was, I guess you could use the word homeless. When I started building the website, when I started with the live shows, and we've built it from there. And Shannon has been with me since the first episode. and she deserves a great mountain of credit for being there with someone who was in a not a good situation. Yet she still believed in me and believed in what I was trying to do. And when many people would turn their back on you, Shannon didn't do that. No, she sure didn't. Shannon was there with me. So Shannon is a literal superhero to me when it comes to somebody that'll be there for you when everybody else turns their back. If she really believes in you. So thank you, Shannon. So we started 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and we've done about, I don't know exactly, I could probably check and see, but I know it's probably somewhere over 200 episodes now. And Shannon's been in over half of those, probably about close to 2/3 or something like that. And now she's, looks like she's getting back into being back on the show more often as well. And Shannon's going to have her own show or episodes that she's going to be doing. She's done a little bit, but we've got some technical stuff we've got to get set up because we keep changing everything.
And I'm extra special with technologies.
Yeah. Shannon is someone you go to when you need support, but not tech support.
Or something with my hands. I can make you stuff.
Yeah.
She can fix your hair. She can, like, all kind of things as long as it doesn't have a button connected to a computer.
She can cry with you. She can pray with you. But
She can dig down rabbit holes in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
As long as she's not the technical advisor on staff.
Amen. Amen.
And intellectually, she's a superhero. But when it comes to technology, you're lucky you're seeing her today.
You've heard of people, technology repels from them? That's Shannon.
Yeah. It's just, it is what it is. But we've started growing this for 2 years. And I originally built the website, as y'all guys see here. And the website is good. It works, but it's not as user friendly as it should be. It's not, put it this way. And I mean, if you had 50,000 people on your website and there were that many there, you would need as many pages and places to go as I have on here. As you can see, there's tons of stuff that I built, some of which hasn't gotten finished yet. But there's all kind of concepts, all kind of plans, all kind of things I'm doing, but it's too much. It needs to be partially narrowed down, funneled down to where you say we got 1,000 users, okay? Because we've got close to 1,000 members on the website, which is awesome. 1,000, about 99% of them are free, but that's okay because one, I haven't done the right things with the website yet to really for it to be able to earn its keep. But I hope to change that because not just to do something where I make y'all guys have to contribute a monthly thing or whatever, but it's to make it an invaluable tool for us, meaning all of us, meaning have the website, build the website, make it do some things that matters in every person listening's life. It's not easy to do that. Um, there's not too many websites out there that are actually strictly positive for the user. Um, but that's what I want to try to do is just to build it where it's really, really positive for the user and they feel like it's a place where all their friends are at. Okay. And even more importantly, not just the website, more importantly is to have an application, an app where you can download it. There's Super Dave. I knew he'd be here. Of course, you were here 3 minutes ago, it says, but Dave, Super Dave 44, is our supernatural, one of our supernatural moderators. And we give recognition to Super Dave and Mike. They've earned it, so we're going to give the recognition. Um, and there's Mike and Super Dave chitter chatting with each other. So, an app, right? So, there's things that can be built into an application that will allow us as a community, because we are a community, we're all like minded in a lot of ways, and we need to be able to have ways of supporting each other, whether it be emotional support, maybe it's prayer, maybe it's uh, all kinds of different ways to support. And you can use and build technology in an accountable way, so that way it benefits the people who are using it, and not just like a lot of the technologies out there, like even Facebook and even YouTube and all this. There's always this inside serpent in the system that's trying to get you from one angle or another. And I want an app slash website combination that works together to benefit the members, watches out for them, lets the other members know when this member hasn't been here in so many weeks or days or whatever it's set at. Like you can build in, some people would call it a dead man switch. So if one of us goes missing, everybody knows about it. There's like a list of people who haven't been here in a while, and they haven't went away and unsubscribed or anything like that, but we need to check on them. So if we really want to build a true community that's working together and cares about each other, I've got to get more serious about it. We've got to get more serious about it. And that has to do a lot with the little commercial that I played earlier, because I'm looking for one particular person that's out there, maybe it's you, that can fulfill this mission impossible. Uh, Shannon, apparently you have a fan out there that thinks you're dreamy.
Well, thank you.
All
Thank
that.
right. All right. I mean, that's a fair enough word to keep it fair and clean. How about that? I can deal with that. Let's see here. Looks like we have Wire Paladin out of San Francisco. What's up, Daniel, Shannon, Super Dave, Roxy, and everyone? Big love. 19 days in a row here in eastern North Carolina. Hard rain. 4 inches last night and got 2 more in the last hour. Wow. Yeah, the eastern coast, guys. We probably should mention this. The eastern coast. I mean, I don't know how many days straight it's been now, but almost every day, and it has been every day for like at least a week. It's just pouring. I mean, some places will get 7 inches of rain in one thunderstorm. It's like skyfall kind of thing. And the ground is so extremely saturated, and it
Let
just
me tell you, I drove around the farm yesterday trying to see if I could cut grass. The only way you cutting grass on that farm is if you got an outboard motor hooked to the back of that zero turn.
right? Yeah, I mean it's really a lot. I remember the last time we got a lot of rain like this, all of a sudden a tropical storm slash hurricane popped up in the Gulf, and I'm hoping that ain't going to happen again, whether it be natural or manipulated, because they can do it. It can happen. So let's talk about this, guys. Um, and maybe let me go up here. Let me create myself a document where we can keep up with all of the ideas and thoughts that we come up with about what we can do. We're gonna all brainstorm together. Y'all guys in the chat, us here on stage, we're gonna all brainstorm together as to how we can improve the show, the Supernatural Show. Everything from the structure of how it's done, how we present the show, how it's structured, to the website, to the app, to all of it. Okay, and that is actually not what I want to show. I want to show this.
And I got a question for everybody that's watching right now. Are you at work? Are you at home? Is there a different time of the day that would be better for you? I mean, tell us those kind of things.
Well, everybody's going to have a different time that's better for them. But of course, the people here are used to this time slot, and most of them will like this time slot. But I know that a lot of people would like it if you did a show probably at a later point in the day. Same with Shannon, because especially with Shannon, she's in
A totally different time
oh,
zone.
yeah,
Yeah, that's something that I know we would all like to improve is just to have, some things to going up for different time zones, even from around the world. I mean, if there is a way we can, schedule some things to go off at that time, it may not be a live broadcast, but something that's like premiering now for you at that time.
My best time is like 9 o'clock at night, which would be what, 6 o'clock to you, Shannon? Which is probably right when you're preparing dinner.
Right. Well,
oh,
yeah, my family's weird. We have very strange scheduling because, yeah, work schedule for my husband is like way different timing than most people. So even still, but you know what? I have an adult daughter now and a kid who is a teenager and start taking care of himself a little bit more. So I'm getting there. I'll be all
Shannon, what would you say would be if you picked an hour of the day, what would be the perfect time for you to do for like your show that you're going to be doing?
right. 4:30 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is probably the best for me, but
Okay, so
yeah.
should we say 5?
Yeah,
5 p.m. That's Pacific uh, time, right?
you're right. Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific. Okay. And Roxy, you said what would be
Mine
your
probably be about 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. All right. And mine is pretty much going to stay the same. 2 p.m. Eastern. So obviously, I'm lucky, very, very lucky to have both of you here. Um, so let me just working on our document here, and let's just we'll just leave the color black so everybody can see it good. So this is show times, and then all right. Now, what else comes to mind when it comes to show times with anybody?
Mine are mainly topics. I mean, I got all kind of rabbit holes I'm down. I would
Right.
just prefer to cater mine to what our audience wants to see. I mean, I'm going to investigate all the rabbit holes, but if there are some they would like to see, or
Yeah,
would they, do they want me to just present, or do they want to watch me dig?
that's a good question. What do y'all guys think? Can y'all guys make some comments? I guess we could do some kind of a poll. Most of our people here. Let me put up a poll here real quick if I can.
I also wanted to suggest that maybe um, we can focus too on being available for random updates. Any of us for something big that's happening. So there's a little bit of current events updates as needed. Because,
Um,
that's not based off of a specific time. You
it's
guys are asleep way before me. Say it's like, midnight my time, but you guys are at 3 in the morning over there. There's some kind of alert that can be alerted and say, current event situation
and
going on.
that would be an excellent feature of the app for one thing.
Right.
So let me go back to the our sheet here, and let's create the category of uh, the Supernatural Show app downloadable, and preferably downloadable directly from the website, but it's possible we might have to put it on the Google uh, App Store or whatever they call it these days as well. But it makes it sometimes for some users, it'll be more difficult for them to install an app uh, without it being on the store, because you can install anything you want to on your phone, but your phone will try to stop you, and you have to know how to change the settings in order to download it. And if they're as good with technology as Shannon is, they might run into a problem, and we don't want that. So we'll have to deal
Has
with
to
that.
be Shannon friendly, usable. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Okay. So let me underline that, load up a couple spots, and then come back here. Um, so we'll just call it emergency alerts via app. Meaning, if there's something going on and we want to make sure everybody knows, we would want to have that feature on the app, because the app is what's going to um, be in their pocket, in their phone, or in not hopefully not in your pocket. Actually, don't carry your phones on you. It's not a good idea to have it against your body. Don't look. You always use the speakerphone. Keep it off of you. So anyway, there's my disclaimer for that. Um, but yeah, people would want to be. Most people that really watch the show would want to be notified of one, the show going live. So we'll put that on there. Uh, the live show notifier. And with that, we would want the sound of the intro I have that has that ticking sound. Tick, 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 tick. We'd want that as the sound for a notification, whether it be the live show, and then maybe we could create something that's similar to that, maybe slightly different, if it was an emergency alert or a here's something important that's going on that you need to know about kind of alert. And so the live show notifier, um, with theme music. Music. It's hard to type standing up, not looking, and I can't type. I never learned how. I just do it and I'm pretty good at it. Anyways, so, all right. So thinking about the app, what other really cool things would be good to have on the app? And let me look at the comments over here too. Make sure I ain't missing something. So Samaya, and I'm gonna mess up your last name. Not even messed up your first name. But Samaya says, you know how they have an earthquake app and you can select which magnitude you want it to ping. My idea is if a quake is 7 mag or bigger, we all pop in, just saying. Yeah, 7 mag is getting there, ain't it? And depending on where it is, 6 mag in the center of LA would be bad news. Um, but yeah, have some, so with some virtual, with some setting options. So the alerts with level setting options. Okay. All right. Let's. What other ideas you got there, guys? This is your chance. If you say, "Man, I wish they would do it this way," now's your chance. I mean, I can't guarantee we'll take every piece of advice, but we're sure going to consider every piece of advice.
I like, as far as the app goes, it would be really neat if people could put in their submissions through that. You know,
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to do the testimonial thing or their supernatural submissions, and they can bypass even just going on the website and just using the app real fast.
So audio recording
Audio or visual
capability on app submissions. So if we say, okay, guys, we're wanting information about this, they can go on our app and they can put the subject there and or choose the subjects that are available, potentially a list, and then they can hit the record button and in their own voice record what it is they're wanting to say, and then hit submit and submit that audio recording that would come directly to us, and we can add it, either one, add it into the show or broadcast it as an update depending on what it is, you know. So yeah, that's a perfect idea, Shannon. Let's see. Look at the comments. See what else we got here. Oh, and I did want to say a special hello to Danger Vision, which is here out of Spain. Nice. Out of Spain. Wow. That is cool. I love to see y'all guys internationally involved with the show. A
Yeah,
lot of
De Jour Vision is with us quite a bit.
Dajour Vision. Yeah, that's how you say it. I said Dajour Vision. Dajour Vision. Yeah, I think that's probably what it says. But welcome to our little get together today. We are talking about how we want to improve, take the Supernatural show to a 2.0, maybe 3.0 level. And that's what we're talking about, guys. And we're looking for your feedback. Okay, we're looking for your feedback as to what y'all guys want to see. Okay.
What
Um,
about something like, because we had done a few of these in the beginning, I would say, field trip kind of experience where we're actually going out on the field and trying to capture something or to do something. It would be really cool if people could check in if they're doing something cool, and maybe people who are in that area who also want to explore that, they can all culminate together, you know what I mean, in real time kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. That would be really neat.
So how do I describe that? So you
That's a good question.
okay. So so a virtual
Like a real time check in for
a
explorers or
virtual
something.
real time. Now, are we talking about just a chat interface, or are we talking about video interface?
A video interface is always good. I mean, all of the above is great, but it's more like, you know, like how Facebook will have like a check in thing. I'm not on it anymore. At least that was the last I remembered. You know, say something happens or you're somewhere and you can say, I am at this location and I'm checking in because I'm exploring the such and such caves for giants or something along those
Right.
lines.
Like
And
the other day when Super Dave was at the protest,
right,
we should have easily picked his stream up and one shared it out across the entire Supernatural Show platform, which I did, but we should this should be able to happen somewhat automatically, you know.
right.
And because I'm not always on it, I'm not always every minute paying attention to everything. And if we can have more things that are um, automated, you know, like that, it would be really good.
It would just
And,
be really great because it's in certain situations, like when we did the eclipse thing where we were trying to get everybody to check in and put in their feed or things along those lines in real time. It would be great. And having more boots on the ground with more people just saying, hey, I'm in this area, I can check this out and see what I've got, and any of you in this area want to come on too and put in your 2 cents or explore with me, it would be a great opportunity.
right, like, yeah, so I've got it described as a virtual real time audio video interface meeting room.
And check in, because the whole check-in thing is that way you you can see that they're in this area, and anyone else who's in that area who is also curious, who is in our supernatural world here, can meet up and they can explore together, or you know what I mean.
Uh huh. See, that's part of what we want to do is like I'm here in South Carolina. Now I know of a number of people that are like minded that are here in South Carolina. But if I really knew the truth, there could be people like right now, which I know there are a couple, like Super Dave, that's here in South Carolina. It would be nice to be able to know for sure, and this will be explained and told up front. Okay, the other verified members of the website will know the basic general area, not exact, the basic general area, like let's say just the city name. Okay,
Right,
this person, these three people are in Georgetown, and they're all members of the Supernatural Show, or they're in Myrtle Beach, or they're in Columbia, wherever they might be. Um, it it lets you know. Okay, I got three Supernatural Show brothers and sisters that are here, or maybe you're going on a trip somewhere and you want to know how many people that are like-minded and that you might want to start a conversation with. And of course, that's another thing itself is the ability to be able to get to know people better and start conversations via the app as well. So let's put in here.
to me too, it's more it's like mainly like public spaces and exploring things, and like say people wanted to go to what is that, Devil's Peak or whatever, where it's like an ancient tree stump. And I mean, it's public, so it's safe. It's not like you're going to meet in some kind of a someone's house or even a restaurant. It's more along the lines like, hey, we're exploring for Bigfoot, let's go. We're in this general area and let's
Right.
explore.
And set up meetups.
Right.
You know, I mean, we're all adults, and we all have to be responsible for who we choose to meet. But a good app would allow you to be able to communicate with the person or persons, even be able to see them face to face via video, and get to know them a little bit before you decide to go meet up and hunt for Bigfoot,
Right.
or whatever it is you want to go do. And then when you go do it as a group, then you go in your app and you're live stream group um, live stream group uh, activities basically, or events maybe. So let's say Super Dave went to the protest in Columbia. Maybe um, three other people went to protest in another location in three different other cities. We should have an easy method set up that can take that they go in our app, click on event stream or something like that, plug in where they're at, a couple of details, and then it takes those multiple streams. Say we had for the clips, we had about 10 or 12 different locations streaming all at the same time. And we should have a method of being able to pull all those together, aggregate them, and potentially even run its own live show based off of that. It'd be like the Supernatural show's members live or something. And maybe it's these are all maybes because you have to think them through. Maybe it could be just streaming to the app itself, so you can click on multi-view version and see everybody, or you can click back and just see yourself, or maybe it's just on the website, or maybe it's broadcast. Again, all maybes. We're theorizing in order to come up with possible things that we could do. So live stream group activity or events um, via app, because the app is. I looked at some statistics, and about 50% of y'all guys are on like a PC or a tablet, and the other 50% are on uh, a smartphone of some kind when you're participating in the show. Yeah, Super Dave. Um, any input you might have, and I know you think about it later, maybe, or any of you guys think about it later. As a matter of fact, if you think about it later, I still want to hear about it. Um, let's see here. Let me give the. Here we go. So that number there, you can send a text to that number. Many of you already have it on your phone, and you should have it saved as my name, Daniel Alexander Cannon, or either the Supernatural Show. And that is for text only. Okay. If you want to call the show, let me create a banner for that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. 402-8827. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So then, if you want to call and get me, Miss Kim, Roxy, or Shannon, possibly, basically in that order, what happens is you call that number. It's gonna ring my cell phone first. It's gonna say it's a Supernatural Show call coming in. If I don't answer, it'll ring Miss Kim's phone because she's normally around me somewhere. If if you don't, if she don't answer, it rolls to the next available person, like Roxy or Shannon. And then if that person don't pick up, it'll roll to the last person. And so that's how this number works. Okay. So to talk with one of us about something important, you call this number. If you're just wanting to text that number. You can text the Supernatural Show phone number as well, that one up there. But it's better if you just want to text, send it here, and it'll get attention quicker. But a phone call will get my attention very quick. You know, yeah. The the app would also allow for events to be organized and planned. Let me give it its own category: events. Like right now, we are looking at organizing what I'm calling the Angel Cruise. And yeah, I have started working on it a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to get it all organized because, again, I'm doing all these things and there's only one of me except for the help that.
Would you like me to just turn that over to a travel agent?
Please.
Wait a minute, boss. I don't want anything that's turned over.
No, I mean to get us some prices and comparisons on time of year.
Well, it does not. If you're offering help, yeah, sure, I'll take the help. I just don't want it turned over, like they're in control of the situation and just, you know. Anyways, I'm sure you understand. So, yeah, see what you can figure out too. It wouldn't hurt at all. Let me get back to my live chat, and there we go. Okay, so yeah, Roxy, that would be fine. The Angel Cruise. Um, what the Angel Cruise in real short, if you haven't heard, is we're going to try to organize a group cruise to go to the Caribbean down there somewhere, and something like 5 days to a week. I'd really like to push it to 10 or 15, but then you're talking about a lot of expense, and most of us, like myself, for sure, can't afford it. But if we have time, say the cruise is 6 months out, most of us can afford to make some smaller payments and get it paid off over time. So that's the kind of thing we want to set up, is something where people can make payments and get it paid off. And then, we'll have different things planned during the cruise. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. Some different events planned during the cruise. Certainly one of the events would be nightly going out on the deck when the sun's setting and uh, observe for potential angelic beings that will show up. And I know for maybe a few of you that are hearing that, you think what I'm saying is insane. That's only because you don't know my history with angelic beings showing up. And it's extensive. Even Miss Kim has witnessed a lot of times at this point. Um, I don't know how to explain it other than they do. And so I think that it's highly likely if we were on a cruise for 5 days or 7 days or something like that, that they would show up. They would show up, and there's when you see them when they do show up, when it's legitimately an angel or a group of them, you know it. There's no mistaking it. Is that an airplane or is that what is that? Is that no? When they show up, you know it, and they're big. There's like a Volkswagen that's made out of light, a ball of light right in front of you, say 50 foot from you. There's no mistaking it when they do a show up. You know what you're looking at. Am I right, Miss Kim?
Right.
So, anyways, organizing group events, that kind of thing would be on there, and they could click on there and get involved. A lot of the features that would be on the app will also be on the website, but there's certain things that we want on the app for sure. And you would probably like it'd be as simple as clicking on that and it takes you to a page on the website which does all the organization and everything on the website itself. Gives you the information you need to know basically. Who to call, where to click, whatever, that kind of thing. So let me go back to the comments and to y'all guys and ask you what are some things that would be awesome if the app did or the website did. I seen your message, Miss Shannon.
Yay.
Uh, Wire said we can have Daniel flying some of those drones again. Yeah, I haven't been flying much recently, but I still have one. It's a little small DJI Mini. I think that's what it's called, DJI Mini.
Side
It's a
note, you have 3 emails from DJI waiting, sir.
new ones because I don't think every time I
Correct.
tried to reply to their email, I didn't get a. It wouldn't go through. It said their email was invalid. I don't
Okay.
know, but I'll look at it. Thank you. Though we actually got an email surprisingly from DJI. Just full disclosure, got an email. I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago from them saying that they wanted to have something going on with us, the Supernatural show. And DJI is one of the largest commercial drone manufacturers in the world, and they make some actually really good consumer grade drones. And I used to fly and record a lot of events and stuff there for a little while until we had a house fire that burned up everything we had and had to call it quits. That's a whole nother story. Let's see. So, yeah, I would like to do some flying and filming. Um, I don't know that I would attempt to chase an angel because I've seen what happens if you accidentally make one mad or touch it. Your drone goes bye bye. Even the big military drones go bye bye if they touch an angel. I've shown footage of that on the show numerous times in the past. All right, let's see. Um,
It would be really good to get some more footage from old school cameras, like handheld. Why can't I think today? You know what I'm talking about? Camcorders and old school cameras and things along those lines too, because they show more than the newer tech that we have now in our hands.
so, what are you saying, Shannon? For us to get an old school camcorder?
It'd just be great to get more footage of that for anyone who has any of those.
You
And
mean,
I'm
you
sure we
mean
could
of
all
angels?
of anything, all whatever it is they're recording, because a lot more activity gets shown in those types of recording devices. It's like once they went
Oh,
HD,
are you talking non-digital?
right? And I'm sure we could all probably find a cheap one at some kind of thrift store or something, you know?
Pawn shop or something.
You're right.
Yeah, imagine if you can find one, they'd be cheap. You know.
But it'd be great to have that footage up on there and get more people to use those when filming these things. It's a lot less, um, it's harder to doctor up those things with all the new technology. And we're always wondering, like, is this AI? Is this real? Blah, blah,
Okay, well,
blah.
let me give you a scenario. If you have a new Samsung Android phone, if you try to take a picture of the moon, the final picture you get when you zoom in is not of the actual moon.
Right.
Samsung phones automatically generate an image of the moon. And to prove it, you can take a flashlight, lay it on a table in a dark room, and kind of zoom in on it so it's like a full moon. And when you zoom in, it will actually show you a picture of the moon. You won't see the flashlight.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if iPhones do the same thing.
You mean the cameras on some of the smartphones
Take
are
over.
altering
What you're
the
taking a
images
picture of the moon, yes.
automatically like AI, basically?
Yes, when it zooms into a certain point, they claim it's because their camera can't zoom in that far, but at a certain point it takes over and AI populates a moon photo.
Oh my god.
That's not good.
Yeah,
No, that's
we
been going
all
on for about
need
2 years.
Now I
old
understand maybe
school.
why Shannon said it was a good idea to get some older tech too.
Exactly.
I've seen quite a few people with some old Blackberries to actually turn the camera on and put it over like a book or a document, and what you see through the phone versus what you see in real life are two different things. Now, whether that's real or not, I don't know, but it would be an interesting experiment.
Right? Yeah, I suggest we all get old school recording devices.
Something that's not internet connected.
Exactly.
I spend a lot of time on Shop Goodwill. They got some good old school cameras on there cheap.
That's what I'm talking about.
Today, FedEx, UPS, and the mailman has been to my house. But it's all stuff for the podcast studio. I got me some soundproofing panels, and I got me a microphone off of there, and I got some shelves from Habitat for Humanity.
That's what I call being smart.
So, guys, one thing that we are going to do as part of this revamping of the website, revamping of getting an app, you know, like the little commercial that I showed earlier. I'm gonna show it one more time because I spent some time making it, so I might as well show it. Um, so revamping the website, getting an app that actually benefits the people. Okay, and one of the things we're going to do is I'm going to use a website called Crowdfund. Um, what's unique about Crowdfund, the main thing, is that it allows you to post proof of everything that you said you're going to do, that you're actually doing it. It you basically upload all your receipts showing that yes, I went and got the drone that I wanted to get. Yes, I went and got the backdrop that I wanted to get. Yes, I went and got whatever it is for your project. Like for me, my project is going to be related to surrounding the revamping and upgrading of the Supernatural Show platforms, meaning including some of the tech that I've got here in front of me. Everything I have here was basically given to me, and it's good. But like the monitor on this side over here, it's decided it don't work no more. So it's if you turn it on, it just is all these squiggly lines and everything. The laptop that's over here is at this when I got it, it was top of the line. but it's now about 8 years old and it's starting to have issues that make me think it's going to go kaput sometime soon. And there's just other small things that I need in order to really get the Supernatural show to the next level. Because that's in order for us to grow bigger and get a larger audience, so that we can teach the truth to a larger audience. We've got to. I mean, look at the things we're competing with on YouTube or any other platform. These guys have got. You'll only see one guy on the screen, or maybe a couple guys or girls, but they're refined and slick. The only way that can happen is either they've got a whole team, meaning multiple people around that really know what they're doing, uh, and they also have substantial funds behind them. Now, I've got a pretty good team, really good in some ways, but the substantial funds thing we do not have. So, hence why we're going to have to try to crowdfund. And I'm hoping, because this website, Crowdfund, also has its own app called Crowdfund Bot. um, and it helps you build a better, and I haven't used it yet, but from what I can see and what I've read, it helps you build a better fundraiser that will appeal to a larger audience and help you achieve your goals so that you can grow. Okay? Because without the viewer support, the public support, this show wouldn't even be on right now, literally. So we know we need to pull and uh, grow the number of people, and so we're doing a lot of things to try to improve that, such as we're not counting on YouTube to bring us our new viewers, okay? Because you can't count on them. You can count on them to unsubscribe people. You can count on them to not notify people. You can count on them to do a lot of things against you, because we're speaking the truth. We're teaching the truth, or at least something that's a lot closer to the truth than what those other guys are out there talking about. They're telling you some truth, but they have a hidden agenda. And they like to do their little hand signs in their videos a lot of times to tell on themselves. And if they're really under deep cover, they've got even more secretive little special hand signs they do. I've been watching their game way too long, and I know how they work. But anyways, overall, I'm just trying to explain to you what we're doing and why we're doing it. And the crowdfunding thing, and I'm going to try, and I'm hoping that if I build it using this system, using the AI, which I'm not promoting necessarily the use of AI, but it's here and it ain't going nowhere, that's for sure. It's just like using a cell phone or using a computer or using the internet. You've got to choose how to use it, because it ain't going away, and it's going to use you if you can't figure out how to use it against itself or use it for good, if you get my drift. I mean, you say, don't touch AI. Well, we literally have the forbidden fruit that's talked about in the garden of knowledge from the tree of good and evil literally in our hands, literally on our desk in front of us. It is why Apple even named themselves Apple. It's why their first ad campaign had a computer that cost $699. Excuse me, $666, and had an image of the Garden of Eden on it. I'm sure a lot of you probably seen that before, but that's literally true. Look up their oldest campaign for Apple computers. You'll see exactly what I just described. All right, let's see what else here. We've started our list. If y'all guys come up with ideas, I know because I kind of put everybody on the spot here. If you come up with ideas, text them to us. Okay. Oops, that ain't the text button. That's the text button. If you come up with ideas, text them to us or to me. Say, Daniel, what about having this on the app? Or what about changing this about the website? Or I don't like this. I don't like the way the website does this. Whatever it is, I need to know these things from y'all guys, the ones that watch the show, the ones that use the website, the ones that might would download and use the app. What you like, what you don't like. And I know this is the first time I've really brought it up. So that's why I'm saying there's my number. Program it in your phone and save it for text. And if you want to call, that's the number. Okay? You can save both of them in there and you can just put the word text on one and the word call on the other. And that way you can remember which one is for calling, which one is for texting. Okay? All right. So send me all that. I know that most of us here have probably about got to go here. I think we're at our end point for the show today. Please send me your input. You can go on the website and submit it there if you wanted to. I know Miss Shannon's got some things she's got to take care of. So we'll go back to full screen here. It's always good when it pops up and shows how pretty we are.
So pretty right now.
Me next to you is like literally Sasquatch and Eve.
Hey, I try to dress down as much as I possibly can anymore. So no, we're good.
The don't die.
Yes.
I like your necklace. I got one, but it's smaller.
Hey. Thank you.
Which man? Oh yeah. We watched the movie. I don't watch too many movies, but we watched one the other day for a reason because it was all the predictive programming. It was called The Dead Don't Die.
Oh, I saw that.
And it was kind of like semi-comedy kind of thing.
Right.
But it had all the predictive programming in it, all the red MAGA hats, all the CDC on the T-shirts, all the stuff.
Even the guy who's conspiratorial.
I don't know why it's still daylight and it should be dark by now. You know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, why is it dark in the middle of the day? You know, all these stuff that we've talked about. It's literally built into the script on that movie. And all the predictive programming of the coming MAGA hats and all this stuff is all right there in the movie. And it's as far as the movie goes, it's not too bad. It's not too gory, actually. Quick gory, not too bad compared to other zombie movies. So, Roxy, you still there? Or did you fall asleep?
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm shopping on my phone at the moment, just listening.
I knew you were up. So,
I'm shopping, man. Listen. I start on the podcast studio tonight. I'm trying to find all of the little bits and baubles. I'm ready to put up the soundproofing and move furniture. Internet comes in tomorrow morning. I'm trying to get prepared.
yep. And Roxy's just about to be into her new place to stay, which literally she's turning the whole new place into the studio. She's like went full blast on it. Like the literal living room and kitchen is the podcast studio. Yep, literally. And so
Well,
you
we're
people's
gonna
house,
have.
they got the living room with the TV and the couch and all this. You might have that, but it ain't gonna be like.
I'm not visitor friendly. That's why I don't have extra chairs in my house. If you don't have extra chairs, people don't come and visit. Because I live far enough out in the country that if you come into my house, you ain't coming for a cup of sugar. You want $20 or more. Or you want to drink some of my drinks. No. If I didn't invite you, just don't come. Make an appointment. I'm busy. I got multiple jobs, raising children, raising grandchildren. I got stuff to do.
Right. You know, hosting shows, doing a
2 or
full
3
time
of them a
job on the
week.
side.
Yeah, 50 hours of research a week. Remodeling tractors. I ain't trying to keep up with that man of mine.
There is that. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you, Shannon, for being here today.
Yes, of course.
And I know this hasn't been like an exciting show. It's
That's okay.
just that we're trying to let y'all guys know that we are continuing to strive to improve everything we're doing, and we're really trying to create new ways of how to make things better for the viewer and give y'all guys tools that allow us to be a tighter knit group of people where, like I used the other day, if maybe Fax went to jail in Europe, right? We need to know this. Or maybe Super Dave got arrested at the protest, right? We need to know these things. So they're like, oh, that's what it is. Aha, an emergency broadcast button on the app. So, like, if you're getting arrested, pull your app up and hit that one button, and it notifies us that you're in a hot spot, a situation. Like, went to jail, I'm fixing to die, whatever it is, but like an emergency button. Let's see here. So you'd have the outgoing emergency alerts, but then you would have the incoming magnitude of spreadsheet up here that y'all guys can't see. There it is. So the EAS uh, member button. So we have a button that notifies everyone, especially myself, that something bad wrong has happened in your situation. And at least with that, there is the potential for us to know and possibly somebody possibly come to the rescue. I mean, we would all like to know that we might have some people out there that might back us up, right? I mean, I know I like it, and I know that there are those out there of you that would and do back me up. Okay, so I shouldn't be the only one to have some of these privileges because that I do the show like I've done for so long. Um, I know that there are those of you out there that if something happened to Shannon or Roxy or Miss Kim, y'all would probably, a number of you would have their back, depending on what the situation is. And I would like for the viewers to have something similar as well, built in to them being part of the Supernatural show and having the app on their phone. So being able to hit a button that's right on the main screen, emergency call out, you click it, and then it'll drop down a box of a few options. I'm being arrested. Uh, whatever the list would be. And you click that, and it submits it and sends me all the information of when and where you were at. Gives me maybe a location for you. Doesn't broadcast it to everybody, but it at least sends it to me, and the team lets us know where you're at. And so we can try to dig into, well, if they were there, they went to this jail, let's see what we can do to get Super Dave out of jail for fighting that protest. Although I know Super Dave wouldn't do that, but people pick fights with you. That can happen. And thank you, Super Dave, again for going out there the other day like you did, and you were very, very smart about the way you interacted. I really like that. Let's see here. Comments.
I gotta get going, guys.
Yep.
To say thank you all for your feedback on today's show, and more than anything, I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. We're gonna be back right on Wednesday. So I will see you all next time. Love you all.
Thank
Bye.
you, Shannon.
Call me if you get unbusy at night and we'll dig down the rabbit hole.
That's usually when I'm not busy. It's probably better than, rabbit holing myself. Okay, bye, guys.
That didn't sound good, Shannon. Ah!
Bye.
Better than a rabbit hole in myself. Oh, Lord. That was a pretty good one.
Bye,
I
Shannon.
don't even know what it means, but it don't sound good. That's better than rabbit hole in myself.
Well, see, me and Shannon will get on late at night and
Yeah, I
we'll get
know
in
what it is.
studio and record because some of these rabbit holes we find, you're almost terrified that the information you found will somehow disappear. And if
Mm,
it disappears, I have no proof of what I found.
mm-hmm.
So we record it. That's why I was asking earlier. When I do a nighttime show, would y'all prefer me to present something? Or some of these times do you want to watch me
Want to
dig down
see
the
you
rabbit
do
hole?
research, right? Yeah, I've done a little bit of, well, of course, both myself. Um, but it is a good question. Do they really want to see you do the digging, or they just want to see the shiny nickel when it's done? And I want to say a shout out to Daniel Jonathan Labin. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Labin, something like that. Daniel is one of, matter of fact, let me open up his profile here. I wanted to make sure that do I have you as a moderator or not, Daniel? I don't know, but I want to make sure I do. Anyways, shout out to Daniel. Um, we chat sometimes on by text and stuff. I greatly appreciate you, brother. And you're late on the show, so anybody here late, I'm just letting you know any ideas that you have about how to go to Supernatural Show 2.0, submit it to us. You can submit it via um, text. That number right there. Whoops, I got to get rid of the chat message first. Okay, text, or you can call if you need to, and tell me as well by calling that number. And yeah, I wish they were the same number, but they're not. But you got the call in number and the text number there where you can get a hold of us. Okay? Let us know what you don't like. You're not going to hurt my feelings unless you're trying to. But it's probably not going to hurt them then because I tend to not take things so serious these days. Um, but yeah, let me know, Daniel, if you've got some ideas, some thoughts. And I think the last thing we're going to do today, just in case, is we're going to play our little video I created one more time before we go as a message to a unique person. All right, Roxy, thank you, Dawn, for being here. Thank you to Miss Kim. Thank you to Shannon. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Super Dave. We should call Mike Super Mike.
Yeah, we should call him Super Mike. Depending on how things go tonight, I want to try to work on the studio some.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm, well, no, I was going to say I'd go live, but I can't over there. I don't have any internet, do I?
Got to have
Duh.
it. Well, you could
No, so
turn
no
a hotspot.
studio preview tonight. Maybe tomorrow night.
You could do a hotspot on your phone, turn it on, but you never know if it's going to work very well.
I might could try off my iPad just for like a preview and a chat tonight, everybody. So I'll
Yeah.
go on the Roxy channel and come on to these YouTube channels. If I go, you should get a notification.
All right. If y'all guys didn't catch on, Roxy has her on platform where she's going to be doing some of her own stuff, but she's going to continue to be on here. And she also has the Roxy Files website. And how many platforms are you on already? I know YouTube, Rumble, TikTok.
Yeah, YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, I think right now are just the ones I'm focusing on.
Okay, perfect those before you move on and add others. But probably have
Yeah,
you have all of them.
I'm a little excited about my TikTok post crossing the 25,000 view mark. I'm like, wow.
I thought you said dollar there for a second. I was like,
I
ooh.
wish it was dollar.
Right,
Probably make like 7 cents off of it.
right. It's about 7 cents for 25,000 TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird one. But anyways, I love you guys. Sorry, I probably about bored you to death today. I'm sure Wednesday we're going to be doing an in-depth and more of a normal show, investigation, teaching, that kind of stuff. Um, so we'll be back Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then occasionally videos or lives can happen at any time, depending on what's going on. You know how that works. So again, thank you to everybody being here. Once again, extra thank you to Mike and Super Dave for helping out the way they do. You're greatly appreciated. And thank you, Father, for allowing me to have another day to try again. And we'll see you next time, this coming Wednesday, if not sooner, on The Supernatural Show. I love you. Father in heaven loves you. And we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.